Alright, it's windy, trying to rain. I'm in a spot where I know two gobblers are running together. Yesterday I came in here and listened. They were roosted over here to my left in this big hollow. And there was three straight down that way gobbling, a long, long ways. I'll be lucky to hear anything. Might have to be within 100 yards, maybe 200 to hear them gobble. Dang, there he is, right behind me. I'm about 100 yards probably at the most. Dang, I just walked under him. Alright, I literally walked right under these two gobblers before it got daylight with no flashlight on. And where they're roosted is thick, but they're up a little side hollow. I eased back off of them. They was 100 yards. I eased off of them. Got them got down in here into the hardwoods. I think it's going to be better down here because it was so thick where I was at. I know how turkeys do. They would not walk through it. So I'm trying to get down here in these strips of woods. Trying to get down here in this strip of woods where it's open. And hope they come in. I feel like they're going to do the same thing they might have done yesterday morning. They've gobbled about 4 or 5 times. Alright, these hardwoods is where I was at yesterday morning. Ease down where I can see this little knob. And hope I don't bust them. I don't know if they can see me or not. They might can. I'm gonna get to this oak tree. No, they just got one. Good. There's another one. I think there's one to my right. There he is. There's one to my right and two up here to the left. Alright, I'm gonna sit right here and see. I come in here to roost them yesterday and there was 2 jakes. This might be the 2 jakes up here gobbling. I'm gonna sit right here for a minute and see what happens. Alright, these 2 that I walked under shut up. I'm pretty sure they might have been the jakes I saw yesterday evening in here trying to roost a turkey. And this deadgum gobbler is within 100 yards, roosted of where I was at yesterday trying to get one to gobble. He's straight off in here. I'm gonna give him some tree yelps. Alright, there he is. I did not get that on film. I thought I did. These turkeys started out on this ridge over here. I walked in through some cutover and some pines over here. Two jakes started gobbling, and I thought it was the two longbeards I saw in here yesterday morning. But I sat there just a few minutes, and one started gobbling back over here on this ridge, and that's exactly where I heard them gobbling yesterday morning when I come in here scouting. Them birds flew down. I got them on film just for a second. They just didn't like it because they didn't see the hen, and they were trying to go to those jakes. They come right up this ridge, right over the ridge top, all the way up to the pines. The jakes were right there in those pines, and I could hear them drumming. They gobbled. The last time they gobbled, they was right up there over the other side of that root ball. And then I guess I couldn't see them, but they come right through here, and then I could hear the turkey drumming, and he was right over that hump to the left side of it. And I eased my head around and looked, and I seen his head looking over right at me. He was 25 yards. He blowed up, strutted, tucked his head down, walked behind that hump. I spun the camera around, had it right on the hump, but the angle of the hill had me messed up, and I didn't get this camera low enough. When I shot, y'all saw the other gobbler jump up, and they had the two jakes with them. I about took this sucker's head off. I'm gonna set him up right here and get some video of him, but I had to bring my little backup camera in this morning. Didn't want to bring the big camera because it's raining, mist and rain, chances of severe thunderstorm. I really didn't expect to even kill a bird this morning, but that just shows you can't kill them at home. I had a heck of a hunt this morning. I got this bird at 7:15. I came in here yesterday morning scouting, heard him gobble, knew there was two of them. I actually watched them yesterday, knew right where they went. I come in here yesterday evening trying to roost them, and had two jakes come walking by me and come up on this ridge that I walked in on this morning. And apparently I walked right under the jakes because they started gobbling pretty early. And they were about 100 yards, maybe 70 yards from me. They sounded like big toms, and I thought it was these two birds. So I backed off of them, slipped around, got in a little hardwood draw that ran up to where they were roosted. And the more they gobbled, the madder these turkeys across the holler got, I guess, because they started gobbling. And as soon as they started gobbling, the two jakes shut up and never gobbled again. These birds pitched down right in my lap, but they were a little too far to shoot. They were 60 or 70 yards. And they saw something they didn't like, or they didn't see the hen. I'd tree up there a time or two. And they kind of got a little spooked and walked off around the point of this ridge behind me. And I gave them about 2 minutes to calm down, hit the call, and they gobbled. They walked right up through here and went right to those jakes. Last time they gobbled, they were right up here on the hill. And then next thing I knew, they were behind me. I could hear them drumming. I just so happened to ease around and catch this tom's head stuck up above the hill. And he was spitting, drumming, looking. And that's how these birds do. A lot of times you don't get a good shot on them, you can't see their whole body. They'll come up to the edge of a hilltop or a little knoll. They'll sit there and spit and drum and pop that head up and just look. And if I hadn't killed several turkeys up here, I probably would have spooked that bird by not knowing he was even there. But when he went behind the hump, I spun the camera around, had it right on the hump, lined up perfect. But apparently I had it cocked up, angled too high, and didn't get the kill on film when I shot the other gobbler. You can see, I just watched the footage, you can see the other gobbler fly across the screen. But it is what it is. This is opening day of turkey season up here in Alabama, and this is turkey number 1 for 2021 season. Big pretty tom, got a 10-inch beard, maybe a little better, good thick beard too, really good beard. That might be closer to 11, and got just a hair over an inch spurs. At least a 3-year-old bird. Nice bird.